What you doing, buddy? He's a good puppy. Mr. Newman's a good puppy. But there's a buddy. He's a good dog. He just likes hanging out here in the sun. Okay, so I kind of got distracted by about 76 other things today. Thing drives like a champ. The brakes work okay. They work okay. They are mechanical brakes. I gotta remember, mechanical brakes, small drums, 400-pound tires on each drum. A lot of dead weight there. I think this tractor weighs 2,500 pounds wet. I was just reading that somewhere. I was looking for torque specs on the axle nut. Anyhow, it's yeah, it's awesome. Gonna pull the front end apart maybe tomorrow, Sunday. Likely not. I think I've got some other things I need to get done. I'll talk about that in another video. But as for now, she's going to be a-okay right where she sits. And let me show you, let me give you a teaser on what I'm thinking. So now I get to scrub all the grease off the sidewalk. Hey, you guys remember that video? Extra cookies for you, for the first person that tells me what that is, from what video that's from. So let's talk about this for a second. So here's the hydraulic fluid that I'm using for the final drive. Transmission differential, PTO. This is what they recommended on the 8N forum that I was going to. It corresponds, the numbers correspond to the old Ford. So I did not flush the end final drive there. I didn't flush it because that oil looked really clean and everything was pretty nice on the inside. We didn't get any water, any dirt, or anything in there when we had it open. It was just low because it was all leaking out the rear seal. So I bought 10 gallons of this stuff, and I used about 3 gallons, 2.5, 3 gallons to top off the final drive. And then my intention is to flush the loader assembly because I know that's got crud in it. So that's a 5-gallon capacity according to the Wagner site. So I'll do that as well, but that's just what we're using. So I know that the next step is not to put headlights on this thing. It's to get the front end rebuilt. However, sometimes I like to think 2 or 3 projects out. And digging through some of my hoard and some of the things I had laying around, I've got a bunch of these spotlights. These are spotlights off public safety vehicles, police cars, private security. You know, they go through the A-pillar and they've got these really monstrous lights because it gets really dark up at El Rancho. There's of course no street lights up there, and when it gets dark and there's no moon, man, you get caught out after hours. You're kind of stuck. So I was thinking 2 forward and 1 to the rear, which should be a lot of light. And here's what makes this interesting. And yeah, I could go to the Tractor Supply and get those little 25 watt, or what are they, 25 watt, the par 36 bulbs. To 25 or 30 watts, something like that. Little rubber mounted tractor lights, and that'd be okay, but that just wouldn't be custom. It wouldn't be cool. At least in my mind, it wouldn't be cool. Well, custom, what I like about this, and follow me on this, the beauty of these spotlights is that they can articulate north-south and east and west. And this would be the rod that would go through an A-pillar, and then there would be a handle here. Well, I don't want to do that. Most of these were removed from service from cars that were going to scrap, getting scrapped out, and of course, you know, I see them on there, and they get thrown into the hoard. So what I think might be a cool thing to have these, and I'm not going to do this right away. Like I said, the front end is to be done right away, but this is a teaser. A teaser would be that I can make a bracket, cut that off, make a bracket, hardwire the light in, but because this is a friction, right, it's split there, and then I can adjust the amount of tension on a rod or the bracket. I can have this thing be able to pivot up or down. I can't do it with one hand, but this head would be able to pivot left to right, east west. So as a headlight, I would be able to, without tools, be able to adjust my headlights to either be in front of the tractor when I'm driving, or to be able to focus it on somewhere that I'm working, if I'm doing some sort of night recovery or some kind of night work, I don't know, right? If I'm doing some kind of night work, I should be able to go up and down like this, and then if I nice. And then I can do this, right? If I maintain that bracket, and there's enough tension in this thing that it won't vibrate around, you know, and I can adjust it too. Like I said, I got a screw here, and then there's a crush washer in here and a crush sleeve that I can tighten that nut up on the inside and allow me to turn it left and right. Anyway, that's just a thought. That's all. I gotta go. I gotta clean up my tools, put things away. I gotta run. Gotta go. See ya.